Another country approves the Microsoft deal. Larian talks about potential of Baldur's Gate 3 expansion, and non-lethal attacks actually killing NPCs. Controversial prices over the Red Dead Redemption remake, and other gamer news. So let's talk about it. So firstly, we have the Microsoft Activision deal. The newest country to approve the deal is New Zealand, and this leaves only Australia and the UK CMA that have not made a decision on this deal. Australia haven't made a decision on the deal and they're still in progress, having said that they are going to listen to what other people say, taking away their individuality when it comes to being an independent regulator. Obviously, this raises some kind of concerns, especially in the fact that they are an independent regulator, but they're not making their own decisions. This is kind of the point of regulators in general and what they're supposed to do, but Australia are waiting to listen to other people's opinions before they make their decision. Obviously, the same with the CMA, they're making their decision based on the cloud gaming, saying that it's anti-competitive. As we all know, it's not, and their decision is due to come by the end of this month, at the end of August. As being said by a lot of people, it's being seen as delay tactics in order to just delay the deal for as long as possible. They've got no realistic reason to actually go against it, but they're just delaying, and eventually they'll have to make a decision no matter what, otherwise they're just wasting people's time. Next up, we have news on Larian Studios. They have come out and basically spoken about how they're not yet started work on an expansion for Baldur's Gate 3. However, it's not off the table and there is a chance they will look at doing that in future. This obviously comes shortly after the game's been released, and it's been released on PlayStation and on PC. Obviously, as we know that the Xbox release is down the line a little bit more because of issues to do with multiplayer and them having split screen not working on the Xbox consoles in general. A lot of people are saying about how it's because of the Series S, however, Larian have come out and said it's just generally a framework issue and an issue with Xbox itself. Though no one really knows what the actual true reason is, it's something that unfortunately Xbox owners are going to have to wait for, but it will be worth the wait, definitely. With Larian Studios speaking about potentially bringing out an expansion makes it more interesting because obviously previously Larian haven't really released expansion stuff for the game, so it would be nice to see an expansion come out for something, especially something like Baldur's Gate 3, which is an absolutely massive game, really long and has a lot of content in it already. The game itself's got 75 to 100 hours just to complete the game with a full playthrough, but that is only the main story, so side quests added onto that, it is a very long game. You then take expansions being added onto the top, this game could be like a game that could last a long time, and it could be something that people are playing like they have been with Skyrim over a very long period of time. Sticking with Larian, there's been other issues reported where non-lethal attacks in Baldur's Gate 3 are actually killing important NPCs. Obviously this is a massive problem because they're supposed to be non-lethal attacks, but they're managing to kill people in general, but important NPCs that are actually required in order to progress through the story, this leads to very big problems in completing the game. And this isn't just for main story quest NPCs, this also happens with other NPCs that maybe allow you to progress your character or upgrade your skills. It's been mentioned the Oathbreaker loses access to their Oath abilities, which essentially would change combat for the rest of the game if you do end up killing that NPC accidentally. All I could suggest at the moment with this problem happening would be to save very regularly just in case you accidentally do something like this. If you do, then obviously you could essentially mess up your game permanently and not be able to complete it. So it would definitely be a good idea to just save regularly in different save slots just in case. And sticking to Larian for one last story piece, according to SteamDB, Baldur's Gate 3 is currently 9 on the Steam's most played games list. This means that the game is one of the most successful games in Steam's history and had hit in excess of 800,000 players concurrently at one time. Now that's enough with Larian, now we move on to Ubisoft. Currently Ubisoft are running a 75% off of Assassin's Creed games through to the 17th of August. This means you can pick up games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which was in the UK £116, for £35. Other games like Origins are going much cheaper, from £74 down to £15. Even the older games like Assassin's Creed 2, which are just going for £2.15. Obviously, this is Ubisoft essentially building up hype for the new up-and-coming game Assassin's Creed Mirage and the other games they've got lined up. But from what I'm seeing online as well, there's also information saying that tomorrow there will actually be some free Ubisoft games available. So if you're interested in these kind of things, or you're interested in Assassin's Creed, get yourself onto Ubisoft tomorrow and see what they've got going. In other news, Red Dead Redemption's remake has come into some controversy. A game that is essentially just a port of an old game that's been slightly remade is being released at full price as if it's a brand new game. There's a lot of controversy around this, but Take-Two Interactive's boss is essentially saying that this is a fair price for the port and saying that it's commercially accurate. Obviously, people are not happy with this because the price of the game just isn't realistic compared to a brand new game. If you look at the price of games like Red Dead Redemption 2 when it released, this price of this new remake is not far off of it, and it's kind of out of order for them to be charging such a high price for a game that's a remake, or essentially just a port from an old console. If you're subscribed to PS Plus and you're interested in some different games, then here's a couple of new games that are going to be out during August on PS Plus. First game is PGA Tour 2K23, which is a golf game made by 2K. The game plays as a simulation style golf game, though personally I don't think it's as good as the newest game, which is PGA Tour Golf, which is made by EA, as they've gone back into making golf games again. Though 2K23 is still a good game, it's still overly difficult for no reason at all, and it's something that I personally played for a short time, then moved on to the new EA one. The next game is Dreams, made by Media Molecule. You may know of these people for Little Big Planet and Tearaway. Dreams is a game where you can basically make your own games and play other people's community-made games within this. You can bring your dreams to life essentially and share them with the world. So it gives you the ability to make things in your own types of games within this game and share them with other people. Then there's Death's Door, which is an isometric action-adventure game where you play as a raven going around with weapons, beating up monsters essentially. It's a really good game, it's fun, I've played it. And yeah, you can get these games if you're subscribed to PS Plus. And now we're going to move over to Xbox Game Pass for new games that are coming out during August on Game Pass. So first up is Broforce, which came out yesterday. This is a side-scrolling run-and-gun ode to freedom, overly patriotic game, which is essentially just a crazy over-the-top game where you play as paramilitary organization that use excessive force for no reason. It is co-op, so it's co-op local as well, which means you can play it on the same console if you want to. And apparently I just stuttered, so there you go. It offers improved and expanded campaign with new unlocks and also 6 new characters to play as. And that is available right now. Today, which is the 9th of August, we have Limbo, which obviously is an award-winning indie adventure game. A lot of people already know what it is. It's got really good puzzle design. It's very immersive, very dark. It's a really good game though. If you've played it before, definitely worth giving it a go if you haven't played it before. On the 10th of August, there's Airborne Kingdom, which is a airborne city building game and management sort of game where you can grow your unique town amongst the clouds and fly across a wide open landscape. On the 15th of August, there is Everspace 2, which a lot of you probably already heard of. It's a fast-paced single-player space shooter with brutal challenges and epic loot. It's got secrets and puzzles and all sorts of things. You can level up, craft and loot for better gear and generally just go through space doing what you want to do. And for those of you that are interested in what's leaving on the 15th of August, Death Stranding, Edge of Eternity, Midnight Fight Express and Total War Warhammer 3 are all going to be leaving Game Pass, so if you want to get a discount, pick them up before then, otherwise they're gone for good. And so this is a new type of format for me with like general various game news, so please get down in the comments, give me an idea if you like this kind of format, if you like some random bits of news every now and again, if it interests you, and also the fact I'm also putting in some markers there so you can go on the timestamps and go the way you want. Give me your opinion on what you think of it, if you like this kind of format. If you do, and I get enough people interested, I'll carry on this kind of thing. Otherwise, I'll stick to what I was with before, with individual review things about certain specific things and one-piece news sort of videos. If you have been watching this far, then thank you very much for watching my video. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit that like button. Hit the notification bell as well so you can stay up to date with all of my new videos when they come out and you can keep up to date with what I'm releasing. Also, feel free to get down in the comments and discuss the news things. Everything from Red Dead Redemption to what's going on with Larian, the games, the expansions, the amount of time that it takes to get through Baldur's Gate 3. Get down there and discuss that with me. Let's have a conversation. I always check the comments straight after a video for a couple of days at least, so I'm going to be down there waiting to see if anyone does want to have a conversation with me. But I have been Green Lycan. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one.